Hello, this is Cherry Heart 3, the Word of God and the Prophetic. The Bible may not talk about a lot of women shepherds. And I know women can't do everything a man can do. But, that's just like men say, oh, women aren't supposed to teach. I have many videos with the scriptures, and that is not true. They can be teachers and prophetess and judges, as in the book of Judges, Deborah was. Even today's time, a lot of people didn't believe that women can be shepherds, or women have been shepherds in the Bible days. And the reason why this is why I'm bringing that up. But this is not long. I just want to show in scriptures that there were women shepherds. And like I've heard of other countries, like the Dutches or things like that, they have farms and they take care of their sheep just like a man would do. There's some women who would probably shear some of their sheep, and maybe not all of them, I don't know. But if you take care of sheep, you have to know how to do all of that. Moses' wife, Zipporah, before she was married to him, had 7 sisters. Well, she has 6 sisters, and since her dad, Jethro, did not have sons, he trained them how to everybody work together, so they knew how to shepherd. In Exodus 2, it says, now the priests of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And they said, an Egyptian deliver us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us and watered the flock. Exodus 3, verse 1. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priests of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God. But in the movie 10 Commandments, it had this so-called guy named Dathan was the only one seeing it, but that's not what happened. When he killed the Egyptian, there were 2 Hebrews, or it was 1 Hebrew that saw what happened. And so the next day or whatever time, there were the same Hebrew who saw it fought against another Hebrew. It was 2 Hebrews fighting. So Moses says, don't do that. That's your brother. Why would you fight your own brother? Like, being a Hebrew. And he said, like, in other words, mind your business. What do we have to do with thee? You gonna kill us like you killed the Egyptian? And that's when Moses fled. Pharaoh did not help. He just gonna pull up right beside me and play this dookie music. Moses fled from Pharaoh. Pharaoh did not send him to the wilderness. Just a second. Okay. You see me sitting here, and I seen him drive up, and you can see from the side, but anyway, let me start this over. It wasn't a so-called Dathan that saw by himself saw Moses just killed this Egyptian. What happened was, yes, the Egyptian beat a Hebrew. Moses was upset. Moses killed him, hit him in the sand. It was 1 Hebrew that saw him, but he wasn't like of chief, and he didn't say anything. But then I think soon there were 2. He and another Hebrew was fighting, fist fighting. And Moses told them, this is your brother, and you should, I'm just paraphrasing, don't fight your brother. And he said, the Hebrew that saw him said, how are you going to be a judge over us? Are you going to kill me or kill us like you killed the Egyptian? And behold, Rachel, his daughter, cometh with the sheep. Now they had 3 different sections to keep sheep. Rachel had a stock, another had one, and another. And he said, lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep and go and feed them. And they said, we cannot until all the flocks gather together. till they roll the stone from the well's mouth, then we water the sheep. So each person had a section of sheep, but they all come together to feed. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. I just said the scriptures to prove that there were women shepherds in the Bible. And like I said, there were many of them, but the Bible is not labeled on what women can do and what man can't do. It's just happened to have two stories in here to prove that there were women shepherds as well as today. I'm done.